So what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. You know I appreciate having you here. Stick around for today's video. We are back on the NT1100. So the aim of the game today is to find somewhere to pull over and give you a little bit of a walk round, a little bit of a tour of the bike. I am on one of my commute routes to work. Yes, I'm privileged, although it takes me nearly 45 minutes an hour to get to work, about 25 miles each way. It is a lovely route, a lovely way to start the day, if it's not hacking down with rain or snowing, of course, and a beautiful way to unwind on the way home. I don't have to go via these routes, I can go main roads, but I just like chilling out on the country lanes. This one's not as chill as I'd like, especially with road tyres, a little bit muddy. Not a lot of people come down here, you see. It was closed for months and months and months. And as I said, what I'm going to do is find a space. We're going to walk around, I'm going to take you around the bike, a quick view of the dashboard, the panniers, that sort of thing, and basically just have a general scoot round the bike and have a little look before it gets too dirty, because riding down these country lanes, it does get very dirty. As you can see, with all the farms and the dirt and the 4x4s. Stand up off-road style. It's an adventure bike now. Look, we can stand up. It's not an adventure bike, it's a touring bike. It does make me laugh when I see people standing up for no reason. Obviously you can stand up, stretch your legs, that's no problem, but a little bit of dirt in the road and people stand up. Look, oh dear, look at that. Oh yeah, adventure styly. Anyway, that's enough of me being a bit of a dingbat. I'm going to find somewhere, pull up, walk round and give you a little bit of a look around the bike. But before that, what I should say is watch out for the frogs crossing the road, and let's roll those titles. Right, so here we have the Honda NT1100 2023 in some kind of grey. I don't know what the actual technical name for it is, but it's grey. So let's have a little bit of a walk round. I've been riding it for a little while and I thought I'd give you a walk round before it gets too dirty, as I'm going to ride it on the commute for the next few weeks. So here she is. I'll go through the panniers as well, go through the dash, only briefly because I'm on my way to work. But let's have a little bit of a walk round. Let's start at the front and work our way back. So 17-inch wheels on the front. You got Mazdas, you got 120/70/17s on the front with twin discs, ABS, upside down forks, and on the rear we got a 180/55/17 there, single disc, again ABS. Engine is the 1100cc dual clutch transmission from the Africa Twin. I'm not sure what brake horsepower is putting out. Obviously I put it on the screen now, so I do know at this point, but when I'm actually walking around I'm not sure. But seeing as you're watching the edit, I've already put it on. Yes, I know, I waffle a lot. Anyway, that's just the way it goes. So obviously no gear shift this side. Nice foot peg there, passenger foot peg up to the seat. The seat is very comfortable, a little bit low for me, but very comfortable. You can get a rack to put on there to put the top box on, which matches these panniers. I filled it up yesterday. It's not a very big tank, only about 200 miles range. Not sure about these little things here. They look ugly, but they do a very, very good job of keeping the wind off and stopping the buffeting. The windscreen is adjustable. It's very hard to show you with one hand because it takes some wiggling and some manoeuvring to get up and down. It would be nice if it was electric, or like the Africa Twin, just little push things here, like buttons. That's the word I'm looking for. Buttons. Oh, it's easy this, isn't it? Yeah, buttons, just so you can do it up and down on the move. You can't do it on the move. You have to get off and get round the front. That's the problem with that. I don't know why I'm showing you this. It's an exhaust. There you go. It's lovely. It does sound good. It does sound good. I would rev it up and let you know what it sounds like, but I'm in a quiet woods and there's people walking dogs, etc., so I won't start her up. I'll start her up on the way out. You get the idea. You've heard my Africa Twin. It sounds pretty similar. If you put an exhaust on it, it sounds absolutely beautiful. Let's have a quick look in the panniers. So it's just the ignition key. Turn that, pull that, and that flops down. You got that. That's my crap in there. That's the most expensive thing on the bike there. But there you go, that's the pannier. I'm not a fan of side opening panniers because all your stuff tends to fall on the floor, especially that side. And to get it off, pull that up, and then you're supposed to just, oh, I won't bother. It's trying to do it with one hand. You kind of need two hands. You kind of need to unhook this little bit here and then pull it up from there. Very hard to do while holding the camera. Anyway, that's that. I told you it's a very quick look round. Some of us have to work, you know. I haven't got enough subscribers yet to do this full time. Maybe one day, who knows. Let's have a quick look round at the dashboard and the switchgear. Right, start-up sequence, just a nice simple one. Same TFT as my Africa Twin, with not as much info on because it's got less gadgets on. But it still takes a while. And there you go. You got modes up there. Let's flick through the modes. You got Tour, User 2, User 1 obviously after that. User 1, and you can customize those two how you want. You've got Rain, Urban and Tour, and you can customize within with these things. That's power, engine braking, traction control, fuel, engine temperature, that's your gear indicator, rev counter, speedo, and then little bits of information here. I've got it on here. So I've got average consumption. I'm running 45 miles to the gallon at the moment, range of 168, battery voltage and the date. And under here you got secondary information. That's if you wire up via this, you can use Apple CarPlay, attach your phone to this, and the phone stuff will come up on the screen. So you just got this secondary one down here that gives you your speedo, your gear indicator, your total mileages, your traction control, which goes off at 5 miles an hour, ABS as well. That will flash if your traction control's spinning the back wheel, or it's taking control of the back wheel I should say. Oil and neutral, pretty simple. And then over here you got the switch gear, which looks daunting, but once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. I've had 3 Africa Twins, so I'm pretty used to this. That's your flasher. Not as in a bloke with a Mac. You got your telephone controls there and little bits. You got your function control there for heated grips, lights, etc. And then you scroll up, down, left, right, enter, back. The music skips, hooter, indicators, hazard lights, a star button so you can have favorites. That's your left grip. Obviously it's got no clutch because it's DCT. It has got a handbrake, which is here, which is off the XADV, and that just locks it in place. If you are on a hill, you can't put it in first gear, so you just put that on. Over this side, starter button, and you've got your controls here, manual or auto, you got neutral, you got drive, and you got 3 sport modes, cruise control, and obviously a brake. And you've got a function here, and you tap that and it brings up your heated grips or your lights there. Pretty simple, eh? But that's about it for this. That's the walk round. I told you it would be a quick one. I have done a walk round on this before when I first got it back last year when I did the first impressions ride, so you can check that out. I'll leave a link to that one downstairs in the descriptions box. You can check that out, and I'll also put it at the end of this video as well. But all in all, I'm quite liking this. It is a bit like a massive scooter. They won't want me to say that, but it is. You can put it in manual and you can put it in sport mode, and you can have a lot of fun on it. So if you want a kind of super fast scooter that handles really well, tours well, This is a good bike. It really is a good bike. I'm a fan of this engine. I've said it before and I'm saying it now. I am a massive fan of this engine, and I'm a massive fan of DCT. Some people don't like it, but I do. And I would say, if you're going to get a DCT bike, you've got to give it a few months to get used to it. You can't get on it and within an hour decide whether you like it or not. You have to get used to the characteristics of it, the way it changes gear. You have to adjust your riding style slightly. And once you do that, it's a good piece of kit. Anyway, let's get back on with the ride. Got to try and get out of here now. It's all mud and quite slippery. Although it's got the Africa Twin engine, hasn't quite got the Africa Twin capabilities off-road, but we're only getting up there. Get some of that mud off the tyres. So there we go, my friends. That was a quick walk round of the NT1100. As I said before, I did do a previous first impressions video, so I'll leave a link to that in the descriptions box, so check that out. I'll also leave a link or a click on button thing at the end of the video, so stay around for that, which is not long now. You'll be pleased to know it's not long to the end. I am going to do probably one more video on this bike when I've ridden it a bit more, after a week or so, when I've done the commuting, I've done what I need to do. I'm going to have a summary of it, and then I'm going to give you 5 things I dislike and 5 things I like about it, and stick that in a video for you guys. If you are interested, of course, you might not be. You might have switched off by now, and in which case it doesn't matter what I'm saying because you can't hear me. But for those of you that have stayed, I will do that video so you can get a little bit of an insight of how I got on with it over the weeks of having it and using it every day. Right, so there you go, let's wrap it up. I told you it was going to be a quick one. I didn't want to do too much of an in-depth walk round because I've already done one on this bike way back when it came out. So I just wanted to drop a quick one in there for you guys, or for people new to the channel that haven't gone back and seen that one. So if you are new to the channel, thank you very much for coming along and on board. I appreciate it. I do have other social medias as well, so if you'd like to go over to those and follow, it'd be much appreciated. I've got Instagram, which is official Mr. Fish. Go over there, click follow. That's for pictures and reels, etc, etc. I've also got Twitter. I've no idea what Twitter's for, but I've got it, and it's at official Mr. Fish. And again, I don't know what it's for, but I've got Facebook as well, and that is the Chronicles of Mr. Fish. I shall leave all the links downstairs in the descriptions box. I've also got a merchandise website, although I haven't really done much with it lately, but that is officialmrfish.com. Again, that link will be downstairs in that descriptions box. But that's enough of that. Let's end this video before you guys fall asleep. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. Also hit that notification bell so you guys can get the drop on these videos. I shall see you on the next one. You know I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get